Good afternoon. Welcome to West Texas A&M University. I think we have one of our speakers not here, but hopefully Mr. Mohlberg will be coming soon. Let me give you free details, facts, introduction. My name is Syed Tariq Anwar. I'm a professor in marketing and international business. This is our fourth seminar. So basically, this series started in 2008 when the financial crisis happened, and these gentlemen on the stage, they were our speakers at the time. Then we revisited this situation, and we revisited again, Mr. Mohlberg is here. We revisited again, and basically financial crisis, this whole situation is still on the radar screen. It did not disappear. And as we all know in economic terms, bubbles are always temporary, and things may not go forever, and so it will improve. But a few comments here. It started in 2008. Today's speakers are Mr. Bandwehr, Amarillo National Bank, Mr. Gary Mohlberg, President of Amarillo Chamber of Commerce, and Dr. Jim Owens is Professor of Finance. A few facts I would like to show you. This is Black Swan. The Black Swan basically is the impact of highly improbable. So financial crisis basically came out to be a black swan, and Nassim Taleb wrote this book. It's still heavily used in the business world. Google is also a very big black swan. Nobody could believe that Google will come out to be such a giant in terms of market value. Many people and many countries are forcing China to take responsibility, and basically they want China to boost the value of its currency. That is one of the issues which one of the speakers may address. Next year, 2011, this is our data, just showed up in Wall Street and Financial Times. It says, and I'm going to read from this statement, 15 developed countries, they may need or they require $10 trillion. $10 trillion they need to borrow. That's a pretty big amount. Foreign investors still use United States as a good haven. As of today, China has invested $870 billion in the US Treasuries, Washington DC. Why? Because US is still a very safe haven. Where do we place ourselves? The state of Texas had $8 billion deficit, then it reached to 12, then it reached to 18, and I was reading the data last week, it's already $25 billion. And I will let these speakers visit this situation. Chinese want to buy, and we were discussing with Mr. Weir, Chinese want to buy 1% of GM. GM's IPO will be out tomorrow or soon. Then on the other hand, Robert Zoellick, president of the World Bank, he said that maybe we need to go back to some kind of a gold standard. Big question mark. I don't understand that, how would it happen, but it is also debatable. The Obama administration has promised to pump in $600 billion more in the next 6 months. And then the President's Commission, bipartisan commission, Mr. Simpson and Mr. Bowles, they have requested that $4 trillion, we should have $4 trillion worth of cuts. I mean, I can go forever, but there's a huge amount of uncertainty, and there is also a huge amount of lot of good things happen in this country. And let me show you one thing. This isn't I don't use it too much. This is just a basic nano, and it shows that United States is still the #1 in R&D, research and development. I don't use it maybe when I travel, but it has massive amount of data. This is just a basic simple nano. So the point I'm trying to make is, a lot of countries are trying to compete, they're trying to get into the United States, but US is still the #1 economy in the world, although we do have problems. So at this time, I would like to invite our first speaker, Mr. Weir, to talk about the Amarillo's economy, and let's see what he says.